Spreadsheet, Module C, Homework Assignment Number 2. So the first one is add cell dates, and I have January and February, but didn't finish the rest, and the same thing for July and August. So with the open plus, select A1 with the 2 underneath that are blank. February, take 2 underneath so you have a pattern going, let go, and then use your fill handle and go all the way to row 18. So that way you have a similar pattern. Do the same thing in column D, so I'm going to select July and the 2, and August, the two blank ones, and then fill handle to row 18. There we go. So what I want to do is add May 31st and then October 31st. So if I select on the 13, because that's where, I'm sorry, not 13, row 16, because that's where after the 22nd will be the 31st. If I select and insert a row, I get a row across both. And I don't need that because it's October, not November. So what I'm going to do is just select these two cells and then click Insert. So it just inserts right above. And then I can type 31 and enter. For October 31st, I want it after October 26th, so I'm going to select D and E and then click the Insert. And now I can type 31. These are instructions you can leave in there, but now you've learned to insert cells. And if you were to right-click and choose Insert, it would ask you to insert, you want to shift it to the right, down, an entire row, or entire column, and you can select that way as well. Next one is times table screenshot. I'm sure you've all seen this at some point in your life. We're going to recreate this, but not with the colors. But what you want to do, if you look at 7 times 5, it would be 35. So we're going to create the formulas, just not the color-coded multiplication sheet. So go ahead into multiplication table, and all I gave you was an X. So click in A2, type a 1, use your fill handle, and go to row 13. They're all 1s. Use your autofill options and choose fill series, so it's 1 through 12. Then click in B1 and do the same thing, 1. Drag all the way to column M, and again you get all 1s. Use your autofill options and choose fill series. So we've got our column and row headings. So our first formula will be in B2. So I'm in B2. Start with equals. Now everything that I'm going to multiply first is in column A. So I need to type $, A, and the first one is in A2, and then multiply, and it'll be by B, but I'm always going to refer to the numbers that are in row 1. So $1, and then 1 times 1 is 1. I'll drag it across, let go, and 1 times 12 is 12. The drill test is right here. Does it go 12 times 12 is 144? Perfect. So if you look at any of the formulas, it's always $1 because it's times what's the numbers that are in row 1, just like column A is always showing on each of the formulas. So that's why you need to have the absolute cell reference, so it'll always look at column A or always look at row 1. But everything else changes to row 11, 12, and so forth. Now we'll go to mileage range. So this is the same idea, so just in a different location. We want to create a formula that will multiply 10 times 10 and then 10 times 15 and so forth. So in your very first one, equals, and my first number is in B5, and it's never going to leave column B, but it'll be row 5, 6, 7, so just put 5, times, and then my next number is times, and you can see that it's correct because it's blue around the correct cell. I want to get red around this one, so that is in C4, so C, but it'll always be row 4, so $4, and then you can see it matches the blue and the red. Check, should be 100. When I drag across, 10 times 40 should be 400. And then drag down, it should be 1,000. Perfect. And the next one, sports. So I have a list of names here, and what I want you to be able to do is create a drop-down box. So there's an arrow here, and you can select what sport each person is enrolled in or playing in. So go to drop-down. So these are the sports so far. I'm going to add 2 more, and you can add whatever you want. I'm going to add tennis. So you can do whatever you want. You can have as many as you want. Just keep them close on top of each other, so you have options there. You could have blanks, but that's okay. Let's go back to sports. So which of the cells will need a drop down arrow. I'm going to select B2 all the way to 19. Then I will select data, and you're looking for data validation. So yours may say, oh, mine's just an icon. It should say data validation, and if you click the down arrow, you just have to click data validation again, or just click the picture, and you get the dialog box for data validation. So I would like the data validation criteria to be a list. So I'm going to select list. Now, where is this data list? Choose the up arrow for your source. Where is it? It's in this worksheet drop down. And what cells are they? A through 7. You may have more. So it's in the drop down worksheet, and it's rows A through 7. Click the arrow. There it is, your source. And OK. So now for each of these, I have my drop down. So just randomly choose a couple and select so I can see your drop down is working. And there you have it. That's a save and submit.